the fourth day of pairing up for the 2020 season at Tumley Loft Stud. This was one of the last sections to be paired up. I only finished it off yesterday. So we started pairing on Saturday and yesterday was Monday. But as you can see, we've already got, 5 pairs out here. A brand new yearling pair at the top left, which is from Darren McFadden's International Winners. I actually had them in an individual breeding section before they were in use to make sure they were paired, and they've took that box straight away. The one below was there last year, same pair. Dennis 22 to his right has been in a similar position before, second national winner. And then those two on the far right there have also been there last year, same pairing. Box 2, however, is same pairing but in a different section this year, but similar position to where they were last year. They were in a section I wanted to move them out of and moved them into here. So basically all the top left have got to do now, the Darren McFadden pair, is hold those two off, and I'll know that they've properly settled there then. So as you can see, we're all pretty quiet and calm in here. And another couple of little bits that I forgot in previous videos to mention. The feeders on the floor, although I don't feed them in there at the moment, they've always got barley in, because even though I'm giving them technically enough in the boxes, I don't want them to be hungry. I want them to be thinking about other things, not food. So always make sure there's barley in there, just scattering across the bottom all day, every day. We don't have grit boxes anymore. We used to. I feed the pigeons in the grit in the feeders as well now, so I mix in some grit in with the food every so often whenever they need it, because when we had the grit boxes, we just topped them up, left them there, and they went horrible, filthy, and you know, not particularly nice. Whereas now they clear it up within a few days, 2 or 3 days, and I refresh it, so it works much better and less waste for us as well. Also, on the 1st of December, when we pair each year, we don't pair, as a general rule, anything that's over 10 years old. So we always work up to 10 years old. There are some that are paired over that age, or 11 plus, requests from customers, or some of the birds that I'm pretty sure will be okay to pair. They look ready and are keen. We give that a go. But when it comes to letting the birds out, like I said before, I try and let out new pairs. Like the top left, they were the first pair out in here to make them settle. And then any others around that have never been in boxes before, which isn't many, all this section here, other than birds being the bottom, second from the left along the bottom, he's been in a similar position before, but not in this loft. They'll be the next out today. Other than that, these have all been in here before, so I'd expect the majority of these birds to be out by the end of the day and settled. There is, however, a new pair in third down on the right hand side, so I'll have to get them out today. Yearling pair. So this section is all coming along nicely. As you can see, no straw yet. I have started putting straw in some of the others because I've got a bit more, they're a bit more settled in there, and they've already made some nice nests. But like I say, once I get a few more of these out today, they'll probably have straw in here. I like to try and keep building the excitement. As you can see, it's nice and quiet and calm in here at the moment. I let a pair out and it'll all kick off, and they won't fight, but there'll be a lot of excitement in the loft. New birds on the floor, they'll come out, spank around. Like to keep them on the move. The section I'm standing in, which I'll turn around now, is a good example. Again, this is the other section that I finished pairing yesterday. As you can see, there's only one pair out here. I've actually still got 2 more pairs to do. Sorry, 1 more pair to do. This one here. On the right in the middle. Yeah, there's only 1 pair out. This is the pair here. She's a yearling hen and wasn't particularly enthusiastic yesterday. And because our lights come on at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can't keep an eye on these birds as much as I'd like. So I didn't want to force them together. They weren't looking happy in the box, so that was the first pair I let out. They're now perfectly settled. They've picked each other up overnight, well, probably since 2 o'clock this morning. And in and out that box lovely. So had I put them together in the box and tried to force it, I could have had injuries to the hen overnight, and perhaps not got on as well as they have so far. They certainly seem to be okay. They don't look it at the moment, but they've been in and out of the box this morning, or they've all just been fed. Got to do the waters at the moment. So that's another good thing to do, is to try and let out those pairs that look like they're going to be a bit argumentative towards each other, save any injuries. Another section over the other side, I've already got some pairs out, but because I put a yearling hen in late, I didn't want to lock her in with a cockbird at that time of the day, so I actually left them out overnight. The cock knows where his box is, so he wasn't going to cause any harm, and the hen could get away. I'd done that twice yesterday, or 2 different pigeons yesterday, nest boxes, pairings. One of the pairs actually picked themselves up overnight and are absolutely fine and settled this morning. The other hen still managed to find a way out and keep out of the way of the cock, so they haven't found each other. So I've actually put them together today in the box because I can keep an eye on them. Don't want to leave them do it too much, just in case there is any fighting. So as you can see, the water's obviously feeding water every day. So waters are changed every day. Cider vinegar still in the water, because you can see there's plenty of shavings around, so they've always got plenty of shavings in the water. The other next thing to let birds out is age. If everything is all settled to boxes in a section and there's no other issues that you can think of that are going to cause any problems, either I then go for the next oldest birds, or the next ones that are a bit crotchety on their legs. So up here we've got this one directly in front. He's turning 10 this year. Same as one to the left, he's turning 10. So there will be the next 2 to come out here. They're both with new hens, but the cocks have been in them boxes before. And also the one to the far right there is also turning 10. So those will be the next 3 out in this section, because every other pigeon every other pair, other than these bottom 3, the very bottom 2 and the one up there with the grizzles, they're all settled in this section, being paired here before. Those are a pair of yearlings right in the middle there. Don't look too keen on each other. One thing to keep an eye on is if they're standing on the edge of the bowl, the cock or the hen, that's not usually a particularly good sign. You want them standing in the bowl, like the hen down the bottom there. Usually shows that if they're standing on the edge of the bowl that they're not interested at the moment. But we shall see how they go. They were only paired yesterday, and some of them quite late yesterday afternoon, so there's plenty of time yet. Unfortunately, I've still got a couple more eggs this morning, which after only 2 or 3 days of being paired, they'll have to be took away because they won't be fertile. Other than that, all going as smoothly as you can with this many birds. I hope you're enjoying the videos and they're of some use. I'll try and keep you updated as we go, but this is where the hard bit starts, getting every pigeon out of the boxes and settled without any fighting or major incidents. We've got some of the other sections have got a lot more new cocks to settle than some of the others, so they'll cause me more of a problem. But I've got no trouble locking birds away again, like this top left here. I shall probably lock them away for an hour or 2 today, just to make sure the ones to the right of them will find that box and not go trying to attack them and get them out that box, because I don't want this nice calm setup disrupted. And once I know that box 2 are happy, then I'll let box 1 back out again today. So there you go. See you tomorrow, hopefully.